Your video game is dying as we speak. You might say, no, my game isn't dying at all, it still has a ton of players. Well, if you maybe look back on when it first started, that's not true. Or maybe its peak. Wherever its peak was, you want to keep it at that, or at least just even slightly under that. But your game is on a downward spiral, and my game was too. So today, I'm going to tell you how I saved my game and how you can save yours too. So, the first and most obvious way of keeping a game alive is constantly updating it. But then there's also a massive glaring issue that I think we can both see from, the second I bring that point up. You will burn out on your game if you just keep making updates. But you see, players will only come back to play your game if there's new content, or, if it's engaging or fun. So you really need some sort of way to keep adding new content or keep making your game engaging without, making new updates. Because while making new updates is a great thing that you should do every so often, it can also, be quite detrimental to your health. Now, you can simply just have a fun and engaging game that people want to come back to anyways, but they will get bored of the game eventually. Now, I do have a pretty good tip for making updates. You want to look at what's wrong with your game currently. For example, my game Square Massacre has been dying for a very long time, because you see, I promised a community update and I never put it out. So I recently made the update, well, as I said, recently, and published it. And you can actually go play it in the link of the description if you, want to play the new Square Massacre update. But I looked at what was wrong with the game and, added their suggestions as well, as what was wrong with the game. The game was way too easy, so I added a hard mode for players who were getting stupidly high scores. And as well, I added new cubes that were suggestions from the community, just to give them a bit more of a challenge and, a bit more refreshing content. And as well, the music was really bad, so I swapped that out too. And bam, I have a really good finished update. So, as I said, making updates will definitely lead to burnout. So, what can you do to keep your players engaged? Well, one, daily kind of new content daily, basically. So every day you want to have basically something new for them to come back to your game. And then no, I'm not talking about daily login rewards because that's a bit, kind of abusive in a way. I don't really like using those. But I mean some sort of new thing every day. Basically, you can have it so that if you one day there might be a double score day, and then the next day that could be, I don't know, like a new cube or new enemy for like one day. So yeah, then they have a reason to come back to your game because there's new content every single day. But you see, this content is already pre-made, but there's just a timer that ticks down to 24 hours, and every 24 hours it swaps out, the old content for the new content. The next way to keep a game alive is have strong community support already built into your game. For example, maybe add modding support and make it very easy to mod the game. Now, this isn't the best example in the world because I'm talking about multiplayer games here, and usually mods for multiplayer games aren't, very allowed. So yeah, maybe don't do that, but you know what I mean. Listen to your community and add features based on what they say. Now, obviously, not all the things your community say are the best, and sometimes they'll literally make stuff up on the spot just to piss you off, because there are bad people like that. But you should listen to the majority of your community. If the majority of your community wants this one specific feature in your game, then you should add it. The reason your game is dying. I hope you got something out of this video, and you should really stop procrastinating and start working on your game right now, because as I said in the beginning of the video, your game is dying as we speak. Anyway, I've been Catimations. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye!